If you don't understand the destruction of Planned Parenthood offices, and you don't understand the wall that we're going to build on the southern border of the United States, you haven't read the book The Birth Dearth by Ben Wattenberg. Ben Wattenberg was a brilliant Jewish man who was a member of the American Enterprise Institute, and he wrote a book, the first paragraph of which says, "The main problem confronting the United States today is there aren't enough white babies being born in this country." He was an advisor to presidents of the United States. He wrote the book in 1987. He says if we don't change this and change it rapidly, white people will lose their numerical majority in this country, and this will no longer be a white man's land. Now, I'm not misrepresenting this. I'm telling you exactly, almost exactly what he says. He says there are three things we can do to solve this. Number one, we could pay women to have babies, as they have been doing in Western European nations for years. Then he says, and these are his words, not mine, unfortunately, we would have to pay women of all colors to have babies, so we don't want to do that. He says the second thing we could do is increase the number of legal immigrants that are allowed into this country every year. Then once again he says, unfortunately, the vast majority of those wanting to come to this country today are people of color, so we don't want to do that. The third thing he says, and women had better pay attention to this, 60% of the fetuses that are aborted every year are white. If we could keep that 60% alive, that would solve our birth dearth. Does that sound like racism to you?
Can you talk a little bit about the trauma associated with?
The trauma associated with it?
Yeah.
One of the main traumas is it tells white people that they are superior because of the lack of melanin in their skin. And then they find out suddenly that we've got a black president. That's traumatic. That's where their trauma is. Living a lie, finding out the truth, is traumatic. Finding out now, recently, that within 30 years, white people will be in the numerical minority in this country is going to be traumatic. White people are scared to death right now, particularly white males. They're scared to death that they are going to lose their power in the future. And they are. But if you want to get ready for the future, if you want to be treated well in the future, treat others well in the present. What we do in the present constructs the future.
And at a rally in Illinois Saturday, former President Donald Trump praising the Supreme Court's decision, calling it the biggest win for life in a generation, saying it was only made possible because he confirmed three, quote, highly respected and strong constitutionalists to the court. Trump cited it as a major victory, with citizens' rights being protected and country being defended.
This long divisive issue will be decided by the states and by the American people. That's the way it should have been many, many years ago, and that's the way it is now.
Georgia's Attorney General already calling on the U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals to have the state's heartbeat law take effect. It would ban abortions after 6 weeks. He says a decision could happen in a matter of days.
Running it down on these niggas. Sex, drugs, money, and murder, my nigga. You know how we did it, my nigga. Still be paying them bitches, my nigga. Ripping that roll, fucking your bitches. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. 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 Niggas, they never will hurt you. Niggas, they never will hurt you. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. Sex, drugs, money, and murder.
Got the traps right, understand how to get that. Ran down on them niggas with a flip back, knew in them.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Bulletz Gotti. You already know what it is. It's been a minute since I did that video. So I said, yo, let's talk about this Roe versus Wade, this gun concealed bill getting passed. Let's talk about it. Let's give you the origins. So, you know, I always say America is the chickens coming home to roost in America, right? To be honest with y'all, to be perfectly honest with everybody, I saw this coming though. See, we had to fast forward back to the Obama administration, right? The Republicans had the majority in the House and the Senate, but they didn't have the majority in the Supreme Court. Donald Trump comes in office, they get the majority. A lot of these laws that was passed during the Obama administration is now being shot down in the Joe Biden administration. Now, me, I'm pro-life. I've been telling y'all that I'm pro-life. So I'm all for the anti-abortion. I'm anti-abortion. I feel like, you know, if you don't want to have a baby, you know what I'm saying, then give it up to adoption. There's a lot of people that want to have children. let them have the choice to adopt. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these parenthood offices is in the urban inner city communities. You know what I'm saying? They are killing babies. You know, and you know, you don't have the right to kill a baby. I don't care about a woman's body. You don't have the right to just kill a baby off. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High tells you that's a cardinal sin. You killing a life. You know, a baby's life is very precious. So by you killing that fetus, you know, and being selfish, you should allow a family to adopt that baby. So I'm all for, you know, shooting at abortion. The whole woman having the right choice to abort babies. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, I'm pro-life. So I'm going to always be for pro-baby life. And for the women that's mad about this, and for the dudes that's mad about this, y'all dudes is weirdos. You know what I'm saying? Us as black people, why the hell is we being pro, you know what I'm saying, pro doggone abortion? You know what I'm saying? Because it was a time we always been about pro-life. That's why in our communities, before birth control, you know, in the community, brothers and sisters was having a bunch of babies. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you got to be pro-life, man. You know what I'm saying? That's that westernized society way of thinking. The be, and a lot of people's mad at Clarence Thomas, right? Why y'all mad at Clarence Thomas? Clarence Thomas is doing what he's supposed to do as his duty. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised. You know, a lot of people, they like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't surprised they was going to shoot down a lot of those bills, a lot of them laws, because you have to realize something. I follow politics. You know, I stopped watching a lot of, you know, MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, a lot of political shows. You know what I'm saying? I even stopped listening to political radio because it was a time I used to listen to political radio. But now that I don't really do a lot of political stuff no more or follow in the political field, you know, I'm not really surprised by the things that's happening. Just like I'm not surprised about the whole the gun rights, the gun bill that got passed for New York State. I've been telling people that bill was going to get passed. That was a bill that was another bill that the Republicans wanted passed since a lot of pro-gun owners in New York State and even in the North, because you have a lot of gun owners in New York State, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, you know, Massachusetts. It's a lot of, and even California. So a lot of these pro-gun activists and conservative, you know, activists was pushing for this bill, like I said, since the Obama administration. But they did not have the numbers in the Supreme Court. Now that they got the numbers in the Supreme Court and they have a big majority conservative court. It's a majority. They have the most numbers of a majority conservative court than they had in a long time. So a lot of bills is getting shot down because of the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Before Justice Scalia passed, his whole thing was a lot of these bills he wanted to be passed. He wanted a lot of this. Abortion was pro-Scalia was the main component that wanted abortion outlawed. Okay? So Clarence Thomas is now the elder statesman of the Supreme Court. He's getting the job done. But like I tell people all the time, you know, I've been following politics for a long time, so I wasn't surprised by this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like they going crazy. Like they lost their mind. Like it's crazy to me. You know, the way people is just going crazy. And really, it's like, damn. Like, they gotta understand, man. Like, it is what it is. You know? You know, a lot of y'all don't even follow politics. Y'all going crazy for what? A lot of y'all got kids. You know what I'm saying? Y'all proud of babies being murdered. Like, y'all gotta make sense. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta make sense of the shit y'all saying, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I tell people, man, like, at the end of the day, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know? It's a dog-eat-dog world, man. America letting you know, man. Like, we gonna get some law and order here. And it's gonna be it's gonna be some shit, but you know, it is what it is. Probably say they don't give a fuck. It is what it is. So you already seen what just happened, and shit is law. Y'all wanna hate? Hate is what it is.